I cannot believe that this is taking place. You are Roy Jones Jr. $100,000 if a fan can beat him. He's fighting a fan, the boxer Roy Jones Jr. I can't believe it. Then on the same card, Sonnen versus Michael Bisping. On the same card, Ken Shamrock versus Dan Severn. On the same card, Rey Mysterio versus Kurt Angle. What is the world coming to? On the line, I have the best MMA analyst on YouTube today, Tommy Razorstein. I know you're flabbergasted at this thing. Let's read this from the Bloody Elbow, and then we're going to get into this because I know a lot of fans wanted us to do something on this. And trust me, I know about all three. Razorstein is the best MMA analyst, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. And what was perhaps the least expected event to be announced in recent memory, an organization known as UR Fight has announced an upcoming event that appears aimed to attract a very wide audience. And look, Into the Arena covers all three, so everybody should want to see this. Via their website, the Phoenix, Arizona event planned for March the 20th is set to feature UFC middleweight contender Michael Bisping taking on former two-time UFC middleweight title contender Chael Sonnen in a grappling-only match, the rules of which are undetermined at this time. Ken Shamrock, who will be facing Royce Gracie in just a week, will also be taking part in the MMA bout as he fights fellow Pioneer legend Dan Severn again. Again, this is the third time they're fighting. Severn had announced his retirement from MMA competition 3 years ago and will be returning to face his old foe against whom he has a 1-1 in a rivalry that may not carry much weight these days. In case you are wondering, their combined age is currently 109, and Shamrock is fighting Royce Gracie next week. The event will also feature professional wrestling, Razorstein, something that you hate. The WWE champion, former champion Rey Mysterio Jr. will be taking on former WWE champion, TNA champion Kurt Angle, who confirmed it in Twitter. This event is going to have MMA, boxing, and wrestling. In what is perhaps the most random event on the menu, there will also be a boxing match where former boxing champion and recent Russian citizen Roy Jones Jr., who's been fighting tomato cans and being knocked out, he is not on the level that he was when he once was the champion, and pound for pound will fight a fan now. A fan! Roy Jones is fighting a fan! This is a former world champion. He was pound for pound. He's now reduced to fighting a fan after being knocked out in Russia.
That's ridiculous.
I'm not even done, Razorstein. Let me finish first. That will be chosen by contest. Listen, it will be chosen by a contest in which interest parties will be required to submit a video illustrating why they should be given the opportunity to face the boxing legend. Should the contestant win, there will be a price of $100,000. And let me tell you, it's going to be a boxing match. Waiting for him if they win against one of the greatest boxers of all time, even if he is past his prime and coming off of a brutal KO. This is the video. We would love to play the video, but right now, so many people are playing this video and we don't want to get copyrighted. Razorstein. I'm going to talk about Roy Jones first, and then we're going to get to your specialty. First and foremost, Roy Jones should retire. I don't like to see guys go out like this. This man was former pound for pound. I watched this man when you must have forgot. You must have forgot when Roy Jones was whipping people's asses and laughing until one day he was knocked out by a man named Antonio Tarver, then Glenn Johnson, then Danny Green, and it keeps going on. Then to unknown people. And he goes to Russia and he tries to win a belt over there and he gets brutally knocked out. For Christ's sake, don't diminish your legacy anymore and do this. And Razorstein, getting off of what Roy Jones has done to himself. What worse can Ken Shamrock do to herself?
Ken Shamrock.
He's fighting Royce Gracie next week, and we're talking about his next fight.
Ken Shamrock lives out of a truck next to a gym so he can shower at the gym. He has a Glock and a Bible underneath his pillow, and that's how he sleeps at night. The real life of Ken Shamrock, I don't think he's ready for a fight right now.
He's training with Frank, his brother. They had a falling out. I don't think he's living in that UV anymore. He's changed his training for Hoist. We did a video on it. You said that you got Hoist. I got Shamrock. Roy Jones has fell to the bottom of the sea as a boxer, but he was more acclaimed than Ken Shamrock. So I think it's more devastating for Roy Jones to be on this level. But for Ken Shamrock, who was at a height in mixed martial arts, to fall in this low, you're saying he's going to lose the Hoist, and then he might be going against Dan Severn and losing.
Yeah. I think he's going to lose, and it's going to be easy. I mean, if you think about where each one of them are coming from, I think Hoist Gracie is going to be training with his friends, relaxing, having a good old time, hanging out at his gym, practicing moves, eating right, and doing all the things he should be to get ready for this. He's not going to stand up and take any, punishment on his feet. It's going to be a jiu-jitsu fight where that's where he's going to pull, guard and drag it into his world, and he's going to go through second motion and just feel out the fight, not even really think about it too much, and just constantly just work the jiu-jitsu. No standing and striking, no speed, just second nature movement on the ground, and that's going to be the fight. And that's all there is. There's not going to be no striking.
Now, to get off of that fight, Razorstein, if you can give the fans this, he loses. Let's say I got him winning against Gracie, but let's say he loses. So then we're going to be talking about Severn, who's coming out of retirement. Can he beat Severn?
No, he can't beat Severn. No.
Oh
I don't
my
think so.
God! So you're saying that Shamrock will lose to Gracie and then he will lose to Severn?
Yeah.
Okay, let's move
That's my
on.
prediction.
Let's move on. Rey Mysterio Jr. will be taking on Kurt Angle in a professional wrestling match, something Razorstein hates. I like professional wrestling. I gotta go with Kurt Angle on this one. I think he will win, and I think then he will call out Ken Shamrock. After he loses.
Wait. Who is it? Is it professional wrestling and
It's professional wrestling? But Kurt Angle said that he will call out Ken Shamrock in MMA. He will make his MMA debut against Ken Shamrock.
Kurt Angle will?
Yes.
Kurt Angle is an Olympic gold medalist.
I know. Listen,
He really knows how to wrestle.
Angle will beat Rey Mysterio in a scripted professional wrestling match, and then he will call out Ken Shamrock. I really hope Shamrock can beat Gracie and Severn. But listen, let's move on to the third match. It doesn't even stop there. Chael Sonnen, your boy Chael Sonnen, is going against Michael Bisping in a grappling match. Razorstein, we didn't even talk about Bisping Anderson.
I got a video on it. I got 2 videos on it,
But
so check it
I'm
out if you
just
want to see
saying,
it.
I'm saying for the audience.
Yeah, check it up if you want to see it. I got 2 videos on it. Razor Stein.
Razorstein live. I got Anderson beating Bisping. Bisping going against Sonnen.
I got Anderson winning too.
I mean, Sonnen does well in these grappling matches. That when they did fight in MMA, Sonnen dominated him with grappling. So I can see Sonnen beating him in this grappling match.
Yeah. This Sonnen will kill Bisping in a grappling match. No, it's in a boxing fight. I got Bisping, but in grappling, Chael Sonnen's not going to lose grappling. That would be
Right,
that would
Razor
be devastating if he lost grappling.
Razorstein. We are literally talking about boxing, professional wrestling, and MMA in one whole card. You know, I tried it. I tried it here with Into the Arena. It didn't work. Will it work in this type of card?
See, you know how I feel about the professional wrestling. I don't think it's in the same genre. I think professional wrestling should be in the same genre as like
Movie.
acting and theater work and stage
Oh, they're
production.
not gonna like you.
What? It's just like if you want to see like um, theater, it's really good for it's good theater if you want to see theater. If you want to see a soap opera or like I don't know like a romantic movie, you know what I mean? This is like I think it's like on the same par. It's a bromance.
So the only problem you have with this card is the fact that the wrestling is a part of it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why
Roy Jones.
Roy Jones Jr. is fighting his face.
I understand. You know
I
that feels for Shamrock
Mirko Kokov, Roy Jones Jr. versus Mirko Kokov.
in a
That would
boxing
be
match.
awesome. Yes, that would
That
be
would be
cool.
great. That would be great.
That would be a good one.
But they could have fought in Croatia. They don't got to fight here.
That would be
Listen, I
awesome.
don't know where the fight's taking place at in the less than a month, a very unexpected combat sports event to take place. Right now, it did not Phoenix, Arizona. Okay, so they could have fought if he's gonna fight Crow Cop, he could fought him in Croatia. He's already in Russia, so that fight could take place. For Roy Jones, for the boxing fans, all I can say is this is a disgrace to Roy Jones' legacy. I
It
think
really is. It really is. I mean, like, I wouldn't want to see it to Mirko Kokov. I can't imagine seeing it, as one of the best boxers, arguably one of the best boxers who ever lived, top 10, arguably.
yeah, he's
You know,
fallen off of that. He's fallen off of that. I don't think he ever
and
was, but Roy Jones, to be honest,
Roy Jones Jr. had knockout power. I mean, I love seeing some of his highlights. You watch some of his highlights,
mm-hmm.
and it's awesome. It looks like
I love that
MMA
left hook.
highlights.
Listen, all I can say right now for Roy Jones is I know he went to Russia to become a citizen, and when he fought this Russian for a belt, Roy Jones got dropped, and the referee should have stopped it. Tommy, I know you didn't see the fight, but I know you're a big boxing fan, even though you make jokes because you're a fan of Rocky series.
Yep.
And Roy went down like Apollo Creed, and he was out for a long time. And a lot of people were saying he might have died. And this is real, what I'm telling you, Tommy. That was his last fight. Everyone said you got to stop now, and he's refusing. And now, I even heard that his coach was attacked in Russia. Now he is fighting a fan. for one of the best boxers, pound for pound, at one point, to have gone to this low is very, very heartbreaking.
I know, I
Yeah.
know. And you know what the crazy thing is? Look at where Mike Tyson is now. He's on TV doing interviews and talking to people, and people like him now. Who would have thought that Roy Jones Jr. would be at this level of fighting fans, and Mike Tyson, would be getting movie roles and talking to people and, being the personality that he is now? I mean, people like Mike Tyson. He has like that likable personality. Who would have thought that Mike Tyson would have been a likable personality where people would go, "Oh yeah, that guy. He has a tattoo on his face, but he seems like a nice guy now."
Razor Stein, we got to ask this question here.
Yeah,
Do you think Roy Jones has suffered brain damage?
he could have. He really could have. And like people say, well, you should be allowed to do what you want to do. You should be allowed to fight when if you want to fight. Well, the problem is this. If you take that many punches to the freaking head
And knocked out.
over that long a period of time, you're really not in the right mindset. It's like when you're really drunk and you're like, well, I should keep drinking.
Punch
Nah,
drunk.
dude, you're
Punch
yeah.
drunk. Punch drunk Roy Jones Jr.
Exactly.
Someone
Perfect.
stop him, damn it!
And he's going to get himself hurt.
Oh, God, I
He's
can't
too
take
punch
no more.
drunk to know that he should put down the gloves. Just like when you're too drunk to know when you should put down the glass. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's like, listen, dude,
God, Razor Stein.
you should put down the fucking glass and stop drinking vodka. Jones, you should put down the fucking gloves. You know what I mean? You're not going to get anything. What
It's
did you
Shamrock,
do?
damn it! What is Shamrock doing? He didn't even fight Gracie yet.
Shamrock. Shamrock didn't have this long legacy. I mean, people know who Shamrock is because he was one of the pioneers.
But he
But
wasn't Roy Jones.
he wasn't amazing. He was a pioneer. And he was a
I
fucking psychopath.
we're talking about this. Razor Stein.
What?
I
What?
can't believe we're having a conversation about this right now.
Yeah, mixing all these fighters' names in one event.
For the WWE fans, TNA fans, professional wrestling, listen, it's crazy that they put this wrestling match in here. If it was bad enough, this is a wild card, and I'll watch it, but it's a sad card too. It's a sad card.
Why put professional wrestling in there? I don't understand. What's the point?
Well, you got
Why have a? It's not a sport.
Razor.
It's not a sport. It's a spectacle. It's something you go watch with your girlfriend.
Sonnen. There's
What?
cross promotion. You know, Sonnen has done commentary for professional wrestling. Listen, they are trying to.
I would rather watch fake baseball. You know what I mean? Where they tell you where they're going to pitch the ball and who's going to win and who's going to lose. And like, I don't even like baseball, but I'd rather watch fake baseball than fake wrestling because at least it's like, oh well, I don't like baseball that much to begin with. At least it's fake and stupid.
Well,
Yes,
you're going to get a lot of help from that.
I like the Olympic sport wrestling. You know what I mean? I like it. I Kurt Angle is awesome, an Olympic wrestler. To make that shit fake, oh, that pisses me off.
So this card is going to get a lot of attention. Razor Stein. It's going to be all over social media. We will be covering it, and for Tommy Razor Stein, for the Don Juan Banks, it's Enter the Arena Uncut. Peace.
Peace.